Stories from hell, boy!
A wicked shade of blue.
Marvelous without shame.
All that and more.
Cody, slide into Mike Tyson's inbox.
On it. Hashtag punching. Hashtag in. Hashtag the. Hashtag. There, sent it.
Sent?
Mm-hmm.
Whoop!
Oh, he's seen it.
Oh, he's seen it. He's seen it.
I see the bubbles.
The bubbles.
He sent the scared emoji.
Fucking right.
So, yeah, he's a little bitch. He knows what's coming.
He's so scared.
He stared.
He stared.
He's stared.
He's even thinking to himself, stop it. I need to get some help.
What I ever do to you?
That'd be so fucked up if we ever meet him one day. And he says it like real sincere, like, what did I ever do to you guys? Like,
You exist.
oh, shit.
Nah. It's all for fun.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to episode 37 of the Super Media Brothers podcast. I am Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okami.
Shameless heroes in a wicked city.
And I thought you said Dirty 7.
Welcome to episode 37.
Sounds so dirty.
The Dirty 7. Yeah.
I'm so filthy right now just for saying it.
Filthy 7.
Filthy.
The Dirty 7.
Why does this sound like a Quentin Tarantino porn? The Filthy 7?
The Filthy 7.
Yeah.
The Hateful 8. If the Hateful 8 were a porn, it would be tentacle porn because 8, octopus.
Pretty much.
Octopi.
Hentai.
Octosenpai.
Octa hentai.
That's right.
Make it happen, internet.
Right now. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Make it bukake.
Bukakas! Jim, listen, we'd say Jim. Jack Black would be all over the head. Bukakas!
The Tenacious D!
Give him the Tenacious D. Mm-hmm. With tenacity. Tenacity.
Not D minor, though.
D major.
D major.
Oh, god damn it. We've already flown off the tracks, and we're not even, actually right now, 2, 1. 3 minutes in, and if you're still listening,
congratulations, you win nothing.
No, fucking Street Fighter, you win.
Perfect.
So we have a house full of guests playing some video games. You can hear some button clicking happening. There's some Mario Kart happening behind us. We are
the 64 variety, by the way.
Fuck yeah, it's awesome sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But we are gonna really neither be here nor there with video games on this one.
Not even close.
No, and for the first time in a few weeks, we're bringing a kind of a catch-all format. We have a multitude of shit to talk about.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lordy mercy!
Bring on the pain.
That's right. We're doing some TV. We're doing some fucking comics. We are doing some anime. We're doing some novels. I mean,
the whole shebang.
Fuck yeah. So the actual first thing that you brought up last week when we were coming up with what to talk about, you were like, I want to talk about this. And it is a very critically acclaimed television show on Showtime.
Called Shameless. Which is actually on its 9th season as of right now.
Fuck yeah.
Which I'm kind of surprised because the way they ended season 7, it was like, no, that's it. There's no more Shameless. Go fuck off, basically. And if you have not seen a single episode or even looked into this series, they make this like the most crude humor known to man. And it's basically about a family of, let's see, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I want to say it's like 7 or 8 people in this family that literally live on like the poorest income you can possibly find, to the point where they're not kidnapping, but they're what's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word. God damn it. I'm literally snapping my finger like it's gonna magically
Instead of circle,
happen.
just snap in a circle.
Right, snap in a circle, not in a Z. Snap that bitch in a circle.
Snap that. Reminds me of
They swindle people. They steal. There we go. I'm thinking on the right track now.
with the S. I was gonna say
The
snap in
S.
an S.
Snap
and then
in an S formation.
they swindle. They steal. They suck.
Yeah,
They're shameless.
They're shameless.
Literally.
Exactly. But yeah, they're so far down the poor like level of like nothing that they have to literally steal, swindle, scam people. More S's there.
Yeah.
In order for them to survive. Like, this is a huge family. They have literally nothing but a house over their head, like a roof. And they go literally season after season after season of just like, what could go beyond this level of fucked up?
Not to mention the fact of like the Frank Gallagher character, like just when you think this motherfucker cannot possibly be any more despicable, there he fucking goes, and he's way more despicable than, you know what I mean?
I will say, season 8, he surprised me for a little while because he went from being the typical Gallagher that we know of just basically talking his way into everything. He actually held a job. He got off of disability or Social Security, whatever, and he actually held a job before he got fired because the company was shutting down. So that was kind of surprising because he was actually showing that he can be a decent person after like 6 seasons of him being a shit, or 7 seasons being a shit. And like, I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. There's not many people that actually keep up with it as much as I do, but some of the bigger plot points that hit recently was, out of all the seasons that Monica kind of came in and out, she actually died in season 7. I forget what happened exactly, but they held like, a funeral for her and everything like that. Which, by the way, spoilers if you really want to watch the series. I'm sorry, but I don't care. She, like I said, just, it wasn't as an emotional ride from the beginning until now. But when you finally see that happen, it just, everything kind of hit. Like, she was kind of like the glue that held everybody together, because she would come in, bring everybody together, and then when she dispersed, everybody went chaotic and went their own direction in this own, like, just dark way, basically.
And that probably could have been the best way to end the series.
They could have, and that's what I was saying. Like, they said, like, Lip, my favorite character, he came in the end credits like, look, that's it. There's no more Shameless, so fuck off. And here's season 8. Where they pick up from all that, and Fiona's making business with owning more places. Like, she owns an apartment complex now. Liam's going to a really high-end school for all the racist reasons, basically, because the school basically keeps him in the school for promoting their system to other people to come in, because we're a multicultural facility. We accept all walks of race, and then he's the only black kid in the school.
It's so fucked up.
So whenever they have like a group of people like touring the school, they ask Liam to come out in the playground and like, oh yeah, this is so and so school where we're culturally accepting of all races, and he's just sitting there playing with all the little kindergartners. Like, they do that every time like a group of like families come in to like push their kids into the school. So that's fucked up. Lip works in a repair shop, a body shop, where after he goes through AA to become sober again, he's actually the one character that stays pretty like on par and like on neutral ground, basically. He ends up in a situation where he wants a kid. Like, he's starting to feel that itch for like having his own family, and he doesn't know if he wants that with who he's talking to now, or this girl that he's actually banging or whatnot. But towards the end, he starts to become like, okay, I'm starting to find who I am now, after like all the alcoholic raves and stuff like that. He's just starting to realize that he's becoming who he wants to be, but slowly now.
Yeah.
And then like everybody else has their own like story arc at this point that's kind of developed from the last 7 seasons. But I'm really hoping like I get to watch season 9 as it starts to come out. I think it's either this month or next that it starts to air. So
it actually just started on the 9th.
Yeah.
So I think we're maybe like 1 or 2 episodes in so far, And I know that it'll run until October 21st, and then the second half of the season will pick up in January.
Right.
And it'll run till March, March 3rd, I believe. So yeah,
So, really anticipating seeing where can they really go with this, because this is you've seen so much in 8 seasons to like mentally scar you for life, and now it's like, what can they possibly do to make it worse, you know? So you really need to start watching this series if you haven't by now. Catch it on Netflix. They have the first 8 seasons on there now. It's on Showtime right now with season 9. Like I said, 2 episodes in. Definitely give it a chance, and then just like, I know I spoiled it for you if you want to watch it now, but you know, everything else from that point until the end of the 8 is just like, it's worth watching just for the humor aspect, and just like, okay, if you think your life sucks, watch the Gallaghers. Like, their life is literally like shit compared to what you're probably going through.
Oh, fuck yeah. And not just that, but even, you know, like, you didn't really spoil a shitload, because there's so many other things that do happen, and they're all out of left field.
Oh,
so
yeah.
by the time you get in the middle of watching this shit and you get addicted to the show,
You'll probably forget what I said.
you'll forget it. You'll totally forget and be like, oh my God. And then you'll fucking get your heart broken. And then you'll come back and you'll be like, look, you guys fucking suck for this. I especially hate you. And it's like, dude, we warned you.
There will be emotions,
Lots of them.
and it will be hard. So, sorry.
It'll be hard. It'll be horde.
Horrid.
So
Yeah, Shameless.
Shameless.
Season 9's out.
Season 9, motherfucker.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Showtime.
Speaking of, you know, watching shit, I have something that everybody out there who isn't.
You're watching shit?
I'm watching shit.
That's gross, dude.
No.
You have some weird fetishes out there.
Just saying. Look, guys, if you're into weirdness, if you're into it, just literally, just like I said, weirdness, watching anything weird or wicked.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not sure if you're talking about weird stuff or not, but, you know, just for covering bases here. Weird. I said, bitch, weird.
Said, bitch, weird. There's some science over there. Said, bitch, weird. Wicked City, an anime from 1987. It is a neo-noir horror film, and it was actually produced by Video Art and Madhouse Studios. And Madhouse always puts out, in my opinion, really stellar content. So I came across this like years and years ago, but I finally gave it a proper watch, because I'd always caught pieces of it here and there, either at a friend's house or online. You know, just, it's one of those movies where you're like, oh, I really want to fucking check this out. You fucking fall asleep through it. So I fucking found it remastered on DVD and bought it. Mm-hmm. I fucking love this movie so much. It's got like some really awesome visuals. It's I mean, it really, when I say neo-noir, it really plays into like the detective story. There is a thing called the Black Guard, and they basically are protecting both like like the black world, which is like an alternate dimension, and it's filled with like supernatural entities. Mm-hmm. And there's been an agreement, like a peace treaty between us as a human race, and them in their own dimension. Well, the agents that are called the Black Guard are actually protecting that peace treaty. And, you know, without spoiling a shit ton, somebody breaks this fucking treaty and shit goes awry.
Typical.
I mean, you know, but there's a lot of, how do I put this? There's a lot of tentacle demons, and you already know where this is going. It's not even like that. You know, you would sit there and think, oh my God, is this fucking hentai? No, it's not.
It's like we kind of like precursor to what we were about to talk about earlier.
Yeah. And honestly, like, it's It's dark. It's a lot of violence in this movie, and it's a little over the top, which obviously, anime has a lot of over the top violence and shit like that.
But that was like the staple back in like the 80s and 90s though. Like they had a lot of them that were really like out there when it comes to like gore and horror, violence and whatnot. So that's pretty typical.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like this actually had a lot. Okay, so a lot of anime generally has this version, that version, different dubs, like English dubs. There's a lot of different cuts whenever it goes out to foreign market, especially the United Kingdom. Like United Kingdom and I want to say like Germany or Italy, like they have really strict like
Regulations,
policies. Dude. Yeah. So when this movie had come out, it was under Streamline Pictures, and in 1993, that was whenever it actually got a release in the States, because this was originally in Japan in '87. Mm-hmm. So after Streamline had lost the rights to it, they re-released it as like a censored version under Manga Entertainment, and it was with a different dub. Now, the version I have actually has both the United Kingdom cut and the American Streamline cut, which I highly recommend the American Streamline cut. The voice acting is better. The dialogue is translated better. That is, of course, if you listen to dubbed. I know a lot of people that are anime purists and will only watch subtitle.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I do too, but I'm one of those people that's like, oh, I want to watch... I want to watch this thing. I want to get to know the dialogue. Then I'll check out the subtitles.
I was about to say, like, if you don't know what the hell's going on, it's kind of hard to watch it in subtitles.
A little bit. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, I don't want to read a movie. No, man, you're not fucking reading a movie. It's dumb.
Some of us can't help that we're partially deaf, so we need to have subtitles.
True.
So.
But, as far as the film goes, if I had to really... It's like an erotic Blade Runner.
I can dig it.
Like, if I had to really, like, sit there and, like, kind of...
Like, pin it?
Yeah, it's very stylish. It's really good. I mean, now, a lot of people, like, beat the shit out of this movie for having, like, a quote-unquote misogynistic streak. But, honestly, it's not even so much that. People are not looking into... some of the subtext in the film, and then especially just its characters. It's fictional characters. It's an anime, and it is what it is, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not defending that, but it's just like it is what it is. It's a fucking work of art. It is a fucking work of fiction. I love it. So, I mean, check it out. I don't want to spoil a shitload for this, but it's really good. And if you like having to think a little bit, I mean, you can watch it mindlessly, but there are, certain plots where you're like, oh shit, I should have been paying attention here or here. Fucking do it. It's awesome. The visuals are great. The script is great. The story's pretty cool. And if you just like dark, supernatural, horror-esque shit, just fucking watch it.
And if you find yourself feeling offended by any of that stuff, then don't watch it.
Exactly.
Move on.
Move the fuck on.
And let the rest of the world enjoy it.
Yes.
Who are weird like us.
Yes.
Wicked like us.
Wicked. Oh, fuck.
Just suddenly had a Sullivan King moment.
Yeah. Can we please take this over to some comic stuff, man? Can we do this?
Some hellish. Something hellish.
Yeah, boy.
So I came across, not long ago, they had a complete short story collection, volume 1 of Hellboy. And if anybody who knows me, I'm a big fan of the series. I'm a big fan of the comics, so I had to pick it up. Well, it was really refreshing to see him try and act more humanized than he has been in the movies, because they did a good job in both films. I will give them that much. But it was more of just him being put in a situation where either he was uncomfortable or he was just basically doing his job. Like, it was more of an action-based thing. Well, now it's kind of depicting like he has some kind of like, regret, some kind of emotional tie to certain situations. Like, there was one part he was in Mexico, and there was a brotherly band of like Mexican wrestlers that he came across, and one of them got kidnapped by some of the local vampires, and made him become one. So Hellboy had to go out and find him. Well, he ended up wrestling the guy, hands on. Found out that he was actually turned into a vampire at the point. So he had to sit there and fight. Like, I don't want to do this to you, but I will, because he remembered all the times that they had tequila shots and beers at the bars after a wrestling match or two every night that they've hung out. And it's like he's getting that humanized, like, emotional connection to the world, not just him being this freak of nature basically, or being this like weapon of some sorts. He's being put in spots now to where he's not normally been known for. And honestly, he spent a lot of time in Mexico from what I read too, so that was kind of really cool to see like all the supernatural aspects from other areas outside of like United States and Japan and stuff like that. You have like Mexico, there's part in Ireland where he goes to, which is really cool because that one's actually a really funny little story. But yeah, like the style of the art is really not really so much cell shading, but it's very like edgy, dark lined, just noir-ish kind of feel to it. Very good use of coloration and just like overall style. And you still get that sense of humor, that smart-assness with Hellboy, the way they depict everything with his story, his dialogue, and stuff like that. So I really like it. I'm about a fourth left of it to finish. I'm definitely going to pick up the other ones.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you're going to pick up the second one.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm definitely going to pick up all the ones I can find, because like that was just a good breakaway from like everything that's been going on, like with, the third film being put in production or whatever they're doing with right now, after years of us trying to get some kind of like third adaptation or a reboot or something of the film. So it's just something to kind of tie yourself into from watching the Golden Army to when this comes out, for a little while at least.
Yeah, because it's got some short stories from all over the place in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the Chain Coffin, Right Hand of Doom, Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man's fun.
Troll Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Witch, please. I said which, where?
Which, where?
Which, where? Fuck yeah.
Which we move on to something of perfection.
Oh my god. Okay, so
for you,
yeah. So since being on the topic of like comics / books and things of that nature, the Satoshi Kon anime film Perfect Blue, which was released in 1997, is probably one of my favorite films in the anime genre. In fact, I mean not just anime, but just in general, it's a fucking excellent psychological horror film. Now, when this had first come out, I was like, holy shit, this is a great movie. And then I had read that it was based on a novel. Now, I could never find this motherfucker in English, like ever. And I bought Perfect Blue, back in 2007 or 2008, I bought it. And, so this is a 10-year long wait.
Mm-hmm. 10-year venture.
Yeah, so fucking finally, Yoshikazu Takeuchi, the author of Perfect Blue Complete Metamorphosis, brilliant motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
There was finally an English release of this book this year, or late last year, and not only was there... it was this year. So not only was there an English release of this book, I also found out that there was a second book. It was like a companion piece, and it was anthology based, called Awaken from a Dream. It's also titled Perfect Blue. Now, for those of you that have seen the anime, it is in its 20th year anniversary stage. So they've released it into theaters here recently. Like here in town where we're from, they've had a couple of nights where they've showed it at our theater.
Mm-hmm.
To commemorate the 20th anniversary. I'm hoping that they remaster it and put it out because it's out of print right now. But the book is the main topic of this segment right now. The book and the movie are starkly different, save characters and their certain tics about them, like the Mima and Rumi character in the book. They're close like they are in the movie, but in the book, you get more of a backstory, not so much in a clear way where like you could see like dialogue taking place. But now Mima is in the book, she is a pop star, and Rumi is her manager. Or I say pop star, in Japan they are called idols.
Mm-hmm.
So she is an idol in Japan and has had several successful singles. And Rumi, her assistant slash co-manager, is basically their day to day, and a stalker, shows up at a studio that she's doing a shoot in, and all hell kind of breaks loose, and it tells the dark side of the entertainment industry, how you have these celebrities, and then you have those fucking what you would call a stan, you have those type of people, and how far their obsessions are willing to take them, and to read the book is like, holy shit, like you kind of sit there, questioning like, oh my God, is this, you're like, okay, is this really happening, or is this like a figment of her imagination? Is who is this guy actually? Like you kind of, I'm not spoiling the book, but when you're reading it, you kind of think, okay, what are they going to do with this? If you've seen the movie and you're reading the book, it's different. Mm-hmm. So don't go into this book expecting the movie, because you'll be disappointed. But if you go into it expecting really great storytelling with these characters and where they originally started at before the movie adaptation happened, fucking do it. It's amazing. Now, I will spoil a couple of differences from the book and the movie. In the movie, Mima is actually part of a idol trio in Japan, and she leaves to become a movie star, to kind of progress away from that portion of her career, and she gets a stalker who didn't want her to do that and believes that she should stay the way she is, because when she moves on into the movie industry, she gets more risque, she gets more like, I'm going to start taking sexier photos and all this, like basically selling my body image. In the book, that's a little bit of the narrative, but she doesn't quit her music career. The only thing that she does is she has a new single coming out, so she does like a photo book shoot where she does more racy photos, more kind of revealing photos, and she's always had like that really cleaned up image. And the guy basically becomes obsessed because he has literally seen every pop idol in Japan succumb to this exact same thing. And in his mind, she's the only pure, and I put in air quotes, she's the only pure idol left. So what extent he goes to try to preserve that in his own mind, it's fucked up. Mm-hmm. So it's a really great read. It's on Amazon and probably in local bookstores. I know I got a copy for like $8.99 paperback. And the companion piece, Awaken from a Dream, is just as good. It's kind of set in the universe, but it's definitely Yoshikazu's. There are 2 stories he did before and then one after Perfect Blue. So gotcha. Fucking check those out. They're awesome. Mm-hmm. I fucking love them. And I finished the book in like a day. It's a few hours. It doesn't take long to read this one. It's good.
Nice.
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 Nice. And I think we can definitely move forward into, I guess, the final topic of the day.
The bulk.
The bulk of the topic is something that both you and I are very much into, and we've been following for quite some fucking time.
Which I had to catch up on because you caught up. You had way more watch than I did. Basically, the newer Marvel series on Netflix, preferably the second season of both Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Luke Cage came out, what was that, July?
June 22nd.
June. And then Iron Fist just came out like 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, last week.
Okay, so yeah, about a week ago. You had texted me, like, I think it was a couple of days ago, that you were kind of just bored with Luke Cage Season 2 as soon as you started watching it.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah, I was.
And it kind of surprised me, but at the same time, I had to really, really, really think about like where you were at. And, like, did it really kind of like take a little time to catch up with, or was it just that it wasn't doing it for you?
It took me until the fourth episode to actually get into it, honestly,
Right.
because look, because I've watched these all like in succession since they premiered. When Daredevil had come out, I watched the first season of Daredevil, then the first season of Jessica Jones, then I hopped back to the second season of Daredevil, which was fucking amazing. Then you jump into Luke Cage, then you jump into Iron Fist, and then The Defenders, and then The Punisher, and then here we go again, starting over, Jessica Jones season 2, which was fucking badass, by the way.
It was.
Then here we are with Luke and Iron Fist season 2.
So I finished Iron Fist season 2. I don't think. How far did you get?
I'm halfway through. I'm about episode 5 right now.
So again, spoilers.
Yeah, if you don't want this fucking season spoiled, don't listen.
So you've gotten to the point where you know that Davos and what's her name? Joy are actually in cahoots and everything, and what's actually going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, I will say he's a really clever idea for a villain because he has such good intentions. He's just taking them the wrong way, but at the same time, he's so naive with everything going on. You get the sense of like he's really going after Danny for what he was humiliated, because you got to the part where they showed them fighting for who got the place to go take the dragon on, right?
Yeah.
So you watch this and you see just the humiliation that he suffers from the Thunderer, basically saying, Danny wins, he gets to fight the dragon, and his mother, man. Whenever I saw his mom literally scold the shit out of him, I was like, that was just like the nail in the coffin right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she literally does not see Davros for anything but a failure at this point.
Well, Davos is the Steel Serpent
Yeah.
in the comics. So, like, that was, like, to see, like, that, where that comes from,
Mm-hmm.
And can I just say I love the throwback to Iron Fist, like, his little
mask.
head garment. Yeah, the mask.
Dude, when I saw that in the fight sequence, I was loving it so much because, like, I was waiting for either Danny to adapt it or for some, like, older Iron Fist, which they did in the first season. When you saw the old clips of the hand fighting the old Iron Fist, you saw the headband mask on that character, and I was like, okay, that's a good nod, but now I'm waiting for Danny to, like, come forth with it, but he never does.
No, he's not going to. I knew he wouldn't.
I mean, back in the day, technically he did, but, not now.
Yeah. And the inclusion of certain characters has been nothing but amazing in the Netflix series, because the Netflix one, well, not just this one, but all of them, they're not afraid to dig into, like, really deep cut characters, like, especially in Jessica Jones when they went with Nuke.
Mm-hmm.
Loved that. And the fact that, like, as soon as she walked on and introduced herself and I was like, holy shit, it's Typhoid Mary.
Boy, that was fun.
Jesus Christ. Like, I'm just going to say this, like, I've been waiting for deep cut characters like this for a while, and you can watch and by the way, all of this is in continuity with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they never really cross them over. There's mentions of certain things, especially in Luke Cage with the Hammer Tech stuff, which was Justin Hammer.
Right, from the Iron Man part of it.
Yeah.
And I want to say they talked about the Avengers at one point. And I think they mentioned Thor at one point, but that was it.
Yeah, they always call it the incident or whatever.
Because, it's all based in New York from the first Avengers film, so they know what happened.
And look, I just have to say this right fucking now. If we don't get a Daughters of the Dragon series, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, let's weave it into like season 3 of Luke Cage or season 3 of Iron Fist or like another Defender series. I mean, take fucking Wing and Knight and make them the Daughters of the Dragon and put them in their own fucking series. Misty Knight's character is just so, or the Misty Knight character is just so fucking good. I love that character. And Colleen Wing is without a doubt the ballsiest chick in this entire franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome.
I mean, what she suffered in the first season was just like a gut-wrenching blow too. Like, her mentor, her friend, was training her to be the Hand. And then she had to basically kill him in a sense.
Bakuto.
But we don't even know if he's dead or not.
This is true.
Because you know how the hand operates. They hand them
That's right.
life.
It's hand and foot.
They handle the situation.
Yes, they do. With a fist, sir.
But I want to talk about one character in Iron Fist so far. I know you haven't really saw all of it yet, but freaking Ward, like, drastically improved.
Yeah, I was noticing that too, man.
Because in the last season, he was just such a pompous, like...
Arrogant, whiny
little asshole. Now he's actually taking responsibility for not just with the shit with his dad, but just in general. Like, he gave Danny so much of a runaround and fucked him up to the point where he had to, like, basically oppose Ward to get anywhere with that. And now he's actually helping Danny to, like, take on what's going on right now, but at the same time, he's opening up more to what happened with, Wendell, or not Wendell, what's his dad's name?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Harry? Is it Harry? Harry Meacham?
Harold?
Harold, that's right. I knew it was an H. But yeah, Harold is just, he's a decent villain too, but he just wasn't very spontaneous as much as I was like hoping him to be. That's why with Davros is more just like out there, like he actually took shit in his own hands and just went out and like did it basically. But like I said, Ward drastically improved from season 1. So did Danny, because I gotta admit, Danny's character in the first season was just, he was so stupid. Like, he kind of is still, but he was just, I mean, I guess it comes with the training in Tibet kind of thing, like the Himalayas. Like, you're just so desensitized from the world around you that you don't really know what's going on, so you kind of feel like dumbfounded, I guess, or ignorant.
It's not just that, but he's they're playing into that youthfulness where he's young still. He's not.
He hasn't learned. He hasn't been taught anything. He hasn't really picked up on life lessons, basically.
Well, not like our civilization's life.
Right.
He's used to the Kunlun way of things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which also Kunlun is no longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks to Danny.
Danny.
Damn it, Danny.
Damn, Danny. Fuck, man. And you've talked about Iron Fist, man. Like, Luke fucking Cage, man. Look, okay. Again, spoilers. So, the fact that we're having Luke Cage fucking basically take over as the new quote-unquote sheriff when he gets the bar, and he is now basically, the way I looked at it, it was just so fucked up because he is slowly becoming everything he fought against. But at the same time, I think it also, character development wise, he understands, oh fuck, yeah, maybe she was right a little bit. There had to be some kind of bad to hold it all together. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the yin and yang, basically.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, like, I like where they're going with it, because it was like when they first started talking about doing the Avengers, and they didn't know who the villain was going to be, and I was just like, man, it'd be cool if the Hulk was the villain, because he's just this big motherfucker that's going to take all these people to stop him. Now, what if Luke Cage became the fucking villain, and somehow the rest of the guys had to stop him? And it's like, well, shit, this reminds me of a fucking Daredevil story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Which they're probably going to go there with it and, just put it on Luke Cage, because the storyline I'm talking about was when Matt Murdock actually assumed the mantle of the leader of the Hand.
Mm-hmm.
All the street-level characters in Marvel had to come together and fight him, basically to win him over, or to win against him and redeem him as a person.
Right.
Could we see that with Luke Cage? I mean, even at the end of that fucking that season, dude,
he's the kingpin of Harlem's Paradise. Like he's Harlem's kingpin again.
Well, Claire fucking shows up, but they don't show her. Claire shows up, and he tells his fucking right hand dude, tell her to go home.
Yeah, because he's changed. Like, that was basically a lot of the season was, Claire trying to get through to Luke, and he realizes that there was change happening in him, but he didn't want to accept it because he knew what the consequences were going to be. So instead of him rationally taking it out, he just physically took it out. There was one scene where he was in Claire's apartment and he just didn't want to hear it anymore, and he punched the shit out of the fucking wall and scared Claire to the point where she had to leave. Like, that was it. She couldn't handle him anymore. So that basically told Luke, like, he really had to start making decisions about what he's going to start doing from now on.
Oh yeah, dude. And I don't think it ever did get through to him, obviously, because like, you see where he fucking ends up, or where he's gonna end up.
And I just want to say, like, a little nod off, like, at the end where it had the picture of Biggs in the background.
And then they took it down and they put Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. But no, it was basically right before they did that, they had the crown from the picture on his head, like, kind of like a placement, like foreground.
Yeah,
background.
yeah, exactly.
And then they finally took down, from Muhammad and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool.
Hell yeah.
There was something else I was going to talk about with that part. The main villain in this one,
Bushmaster.
I got to the point where I got so engaged with Bushmaster and the whole Jamaican part of it that I started talking like brethren. Like, I was literally mocking them to the point where it was entertaining for me.
Shit, man.
But yeah, he was a good villain too. Like, he was arrogant. He was just cocky. He really did not care about what anybody had to say about the situation.
He just makes me happy.
He's just making me happy.
Jamaican me happy.
He's just jerking my chain.
Jamaican me chain. Jamaican me chain, man.
My brethren.
Man, look. Dude, the kid they got to play the younger version of him in that sequence where old girl throws that fucking Molotov cocktail in it. Dude, he looked just like him.
Yeah, he did.
Looked just fucking like him.
Like his son, I guess.
That kind of makes me wonder who they got to fucking play him. I kind of need to find this out, like, right fucking now. So, got to do this shit.
But yeah, we find out that Mariah has a daughter that she was actually aware of the entire time, and I fucking hated Mariah so much, but now I really just cannot despise her because she never wanted anything to do with her at all. And you come to find out what really happened, it was just like, oh, that is so beyond fucked up. Because whenever she was growing up, they kind of touched bases with it in the first season with Cottonmouth, how he got killed for it, how she enjoyed it, how she enjoyed her uncle touching her and stuff like that. So basically she got raped. Well, we didn't realize that it went more than that. That this daughter of hers was actually his child too, the uncle.
Yeah.
And man,
so fucked up, man.
And it just blew my mind that Mariah literally had to hate her to get over the fact that he did that to her. And at first, like I said, I really fucking hated her for that shit. But at the same time, I'm like, you have to understand like where she's coming from. That was like traumatizing to have that happen to you. And she had really no want for that child whatsoever. So it's like you feel sympathy for her, but you still hate her because she tried to be a mother for her and ended up not wanting that period because it was just too much for her to handle.
Oh, and it was so fucked up.
I know. But like this season completely overshadows the first season for that main reason. Like, you get more emotional attachment, more emotional, like, just breakdown from all the characters, not just Luke or from Mariah. Claire, she finally had enough of him, didn't want to do anything with him. Bushmaster, you see what happened with Mama Mabel.
Oh yeah,
and how all that went down. So you see why he
in flames.
Why? Yeah, playing Dragon Force. But in Jamaican bongos. But yeah, like, you see why he's so obsessed with like killing Mariah Stokes. Not Mariah Dillard. No, it's Stokes.
It's Stokes.
That was
Stoke in the fire.
Literally dominant of his character. It's not Mariah Dillard. It's Mariah Stokes.
And then finally she was just like, it's Stokes, and you're just like, oh, this bitch.
And
then
rubbing it
Right. Oh, but the best part was like when she finally croaks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The way she fucking croaked, I was like, oh my god, how
'Cause Attila-
fucking genius. Yeah, dude. And I fucking Tilda was just like the last Stokes just died. And I was like, ooh, fucking sick burn, yo.
Yeah, she just dies in prison. Like, everybody kept sitting there going, oh, well, she'll just buy her way out. Her lawyers will get her out. Oh, hell no. Tilda was
Nah,
just like,
fam.
Tilda was all on top of that shit. She's like, nah, Mom, you good. You
Like-
staying where you at permanently.
It's like, bitch, I know how to make fucking poison. I know how to turn that shit into lipstick.
Which
And-
had such a vibe from Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin.
But done so much better.
Yeah, it wasn't so weird about it.
Fuck no. So, god damn it, man, check these out. Really, I
Oh.
know we know you probably already have if you're listening to this shit, but
Do it anyway. Do it again.
fucking do it, eh?
Stoked for the next one.
Dude, okay.
Whatever one that is.
Man, okay, now look, this right here is where I have been wanting to go with and talk about. Finally, after The Defenders, after Jessica Jones Season 2, after Luke Cage Season 2, after Iron Fist Season 2, Daredevil Season 3 is coming this year.
Yes.
And I cannot be any more excited because this is my favorite out of the entire bunch, with the exception of The Punisher, because I fucking love that character and I fucking love that series.
Oh my god, that was such a beautiful season.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like just
Which I can't wait for the second season of that one either.
mm-mm.
But goddamn, look, guys, the reason I'm excited for Daredevil Season 3, they are adapting elements of the Born Again storyline. And for those of you unfamiliar with comics in general, or like those of you that only ever watch the movies or the shows and have never read the comics, Born Again is a story arc from 1986 that was done by one of my favorite artists, Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just ridiculously awesome. It basically kind of it delves into like Daredevil going insane at the hands of the Kingpin, and he has a big struggle to just kind of build a new life for himself. You know what I mean?
I mean, can you really see him building a life without Elektra though?
Yeah, I can, because this was really mostly about him and Karen Page, and I can see that now. Foggy and everybody that we really give a shit about at the core of this franchise and this television series has a major part to play in the Born Again storyline. Now, they're adapting elements of it. They're not adapting the entire story arc, which they really fucking could do, given that, oh, hey, it's going to be over the course of 13 episodes. They could totally do that, which I'm really surprised Netflix hasn't, or Marvel hasn't tried to do with some of these. They haven't been like, hey, let's go ahead and adapt this specific storyline for this season. Like, to the T, how, with, obviously they'd have to make some minor changes due to, prior story arcs or whatever in the Netflix series. But,
Right.
man, God, I can't wait for this shit. And can we just talk about how great of an actor Charlie Cox is? Like, making Matt Murdock believable as fuck, dude.
Like, far better than Affleck did in the movie.
Oh, of course.
I mean, anything is possible with that shit, but yeah, like, when you convinced me to watch Daredevil, because like I said, I was just so soured by the Affleck version of it.
Oh, and I told you not to be, like, with this.
But, like, I gave it a chance, and, man, like you said, he's a great Matt Murdock.
Fuck yeah, he is.
The season, the comic itself or the show itself is my favorite, even though the character is not my favorite. I'm still a big Luke Cage and Jessica Jones kind of person, but that series so far has probably stood out the highest out of every one of them because of how well he's portrayed.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and even in the third season coming up, you're getting You're getting Karen Page, you're getting Foggy Nelson, you're getting Matt Murdock, and you're still getting Wilson Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
Which Vincent D'Onofrio, dude, is just by far one of the... And this is with every person in the Marvel Universe. I cannot picture anybody else playing any of these characters.
I will say that the new Spider-Man game, like, they must have took a lot of notations from the Wilson Fisk character from Daredevil to portray him in this game, because he is literally that close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you used to see him back in the Spider-Man cartoon era.
Oh, the 94 series where he's all, like, ridiculously fucking big?
Yeah, and you kind of get this, like, real cheesy aspect of him, and now it's like you see the realistic version of him, how he's portrayed in the show, and then now you get the game where he's just like that character, and it ties in so beautifully, and it makes you just feel like such a kid again.
The Kingpin in the Spider-Man 94 series looks like 5 eggs in a tux.
Mm-hmm.
Like his fucking torso is an egg, his arms are eggs, his legs are eggs, and his head is an egg.
It's like a white Uncle Phil.
It's the worst yoke I've ever told in my life.
Mm-hmm. That was excellent, though.
Thanks. I like to crack those every once in a while. Yeah. Shell of a joke. But fucking anyway.
I'm stoked for your jokes.
I'm stoked for your jokes and your yokes, man.
Richie jokes.
It's
not Richie Willis. It's Richie jokes.
This is it. Scramble them motherfuckers, man.
Sunny side up, yeah.
Sunny side up. Hey, go over easy on him, eh? Go over easy on him, man.
But I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay, thank you. Oh, huevos. God damn it. Oof! So...
you just had to go there.
I fucking did. I definitely did. But,
we don't have our sound effect.
No, it's okay.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We're just gonna leave it behind. If you want to fucking hear, that's what I'm saying. If you want to hear egg sound effects, go fucking check out Cult Cinema Showdown 3: Deadly Smash, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Just all the eggs. God damn, I forgot about that show. Eat your eggs.
Eat all your eggs.
God damn it!
Before they get cold.
Yeah.
Oof.
And she has to make more.
Oof.
I didn't say the word.
I know. I don't give a fuck. I'm just oofing.
Well, fuck me.
Oof you too, man.
Oof.
Oof. Oofa doofa loof. But any fucking way.
Oofa loofa doofity doo.
Oofa loofa doo. Oofa loofa oofity doo. Oof. Oof. Yeah. Marvel, Netflix. Fucking check it all out.
Watch it.
Watch the fuck out of it. Check out Daredevil when it comes out. And get caught up. And fucking...
If I can do it, you can too. It took me like
true.
a while to catch up on everything.
Oh, fuck, there's a lot of content, dude.
Yeah.
You basically have like almost 2 seasons for each character.
Plus the Defenders series, so that's 9 seasons to watch.
Yeah, basically. I mean, a lot. Yeah. Fuck
So,
yeah.
Like I said, I had time. You do too. You can watch them.
Is there anything else?
Go watch your series.
Go watch your series, man.
Catch up.
And mustard.
Relish
Relish
the
this.
series.
Yeah, right. Mayonnaise, a lot of jokes. Wow, we're in a pickle.
I'm drawing a blank.
It's okay. I was just wanting to make sure that you were sandwiched in there pretty good, you know. I wish you all out there could see the head shaking that's happening right fucking now as I crack these jokes.
It's my brain trying to pun and is not one to pun because the Punisher is being
Punished.
And I'm about to punt him in the face.
It's okay. So yeah, look, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right here, and this is totally off topic, and because I've been doing it for the last couple weeks, and it's the funniest goddamn shit ever. Look, if you want to follow me on social media for your own fucking amusement, at Midnight Agent Raw, that is MDNTAGNTRAW. I am literally on every social media platform under this name. If you would like to follow me in my adventures and the war with LaCroix or LaCroix or however the fuck you want to say this shitty sparkling water, please come do this for your entertainment. It started out as just like a funny joke, and now I'm just like, you know what?
Just roll with it.
I'm gonna fucking roll with it. I've completed the holy trinity on social media by unlocking the block trophy. I've been blocked by these motherfuckers on every form of social media. To
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah, that's right. And to the point where I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna make a fucking second Facebook account just so I can go grab screenshots and correct their little advertising campaigns.
Also, can we talk about the sad trash cart?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sad trash cart.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's still a funny Twitter handle, though. He's a very sad little trash wheelie bin.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
That little poor bastard.
Yeah, that never gets picked up. He always gets kicked around and pissed on by animals.
Knocked over into ditches.
Yeah, reined in all the stew of trash. And he's just blogging.
He's sad.
He's monologuing. He's just like, "Dear diary, I haven't been picked up yet, and it's so sad." Basically.
Right, day 53.
Yeah.
Like,
I have still not been picked.
Bitch, I've been out here for weeks. I'm getting really tired of your shit.
All this trash talking.
That's right. Yes, at Sad Trash Cart on Twitter. Follow that shit too for your own amusement and joy, because nobody's picking this motherfucker up, and you kind of feel sorry for him. He's just a lonely little cart
With nobody to love him.
That's right. This is bullshit. It's all garbage.
It's such trash.
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
That's the perfect name for it. It's a tragedy.
This is I'm full of garbage.
I write sins, not tragedies.
That's it. I write bins, not tragedies.
I ride bins, not tragedies.
I ride gold, bitch. Fuck yes. I'm full of garbage. Oh, fuck. He is full of trash and emotions. Please follow him.
On Twitter.
I think that's all I got, man.
Same.
All right, now we've plugged all that shit. If you'd like to follow us on social media, they need to keep up with, upcoming releases, upcoming anything of that sort. Like the fucking YouTube channel that we're gonna be launching here in a few weeks.
Oh yeah,
that's right. We are gonna launch a fucking YouTube channel. We are backlogging all of our episodes, including this very episode right now, onto YouTube.
Duh.
And we need 100 subscribers to get a custom URL. If you guys subscribe to the page when we release it, we will send you a free Super Media Bros podcast button.
Oh my.
Fuck yeah. And supplies are limited. So,
do it fast.
That's right. All you gotta do is, when we release the motherfucker, is go subscribe and show us that you subscribe by messaging us on Instagram or Facebook. And we will get your information and ship you a motherfucking button.
Pronto.
Now, if you don't know where the fuck we're at on Facebook or Instagram or any of that shit, here we go.
Bring it on.
Facebook.com/SuperMediaBros.
Click.
Twitter.com/SuperMedia_Bros.
Jump.
Instagram.com/SuperMediaBrosPodcast.
Here it comes.
Come look at our stupid pictures.
I literally have to pull my headphones off for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's that loud.
And I'm just making sure you fuckers hear me loud and clear out there.
From here to Japan and back. All across the globe.
That's it.
The globe. Not the flatness. The globe.
The globe. Spherical.
It's not a disc. It's not vinyl.
It's not just a miracle. It's a spherical.
Yep. Spherical.
It's not just a boulder, Patrick. It's a rock.
Nope. Not touching that one.
You're welcome.
No, I'm not. I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah, with you.
Okay. Fuck. God damn it. I don't want to do this by myself.
I'm still here. Damn.
Okay, cool. I thought you left. I thought you walked away.
No, I have not.
Okay, fuck. Okay. Yes.
I'm just done with the SpongeBob shit.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Fuck.
So, next week on this very show,
what are we talking about?
motherfuckers, Cult Cinema Showdown 6 is happening. And we are going to be pitting the two films, Wolf Cop and Toxic Avenger, against each other.
God damn, yes, it's about time.
Mm-hmm. Practical effects galore.
But in such beautiful ways.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Practical effects are a dying breed. And,
So-
and these films just encompass that perfectly.
So help us bring it back. Bring back the dying art of practical effects.
That's right.
In general, whether it's horror, comedy, I don't give a shit. Just bring it back.
Do the motherfucker.
Let us rally together.
Let us rally together.
Yes. And go forth. As one!
As one! Oh my god, that was Shameless Heroes in a Wicked City. Until next week, I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
And I've been rallying Okami.
Shades on!
We're off, motherfuckers!